What if those painful leg cramps that wake you up at night aren't just a nuisance, but a message? What if that sudden tightness in your calf, that sharp pull in your foot, or that burning ache behind your knee is your body trying to say something? Something it can't express in words, so it uses pain. As we age, leg cramps become more common. Not just the occasional spasm during a walk, but the kind that grips you in the middle of the night, pulling you from sleep, leaving you breathless with discomfort. And after the pain fades, you're left wondering, why does this keep happening? It's easy to blame age, to assume this is just one more thing to accept. But that's not entirely true, because in many cases, these cramps are not caused by aging itself, but by what the aging body lacks: minerals, hydration, support, and most importantly, nutrition. Leg cramps and weakness often point to imbalances in your body's chemistry, imbalances that can be corrected, gaps that can be filled, pain that can be reduced, not with more medication, but with smarter food choices. You see, food is not just fuel at this stage of life. It's a tool, a protector, a quiet, powerful way to give your muscles the minerals they crave, the hydration they depend on, and the nourishment they need to stay strong and responsive. And when you start to eat with this awareness, everything changes. The cramps lessen. Your steps feel steadier. The heaviness in your legs starts to lift, and the body you thought was simply getting old starts to respond with strength again. In this video, we're going to explore the top 3 foods that prevent leg cramps in seniors and help keep your legs strong, not just in theory, but in daily practice. These aren't rare or expensive superfoods. They're simple, accessible, and backed by real science. They contain the very minerals your muscles depend on: potassium, magnesium, calcium, and more. But more than that, they give you back a sense of control. Because when you change how you eat, you begin to change how you move, how you sleep, how you feel. And if you've been waking up with cramps, struggling to stay balanced, or just feeling weaker than you used to, this is where you begin. And if you're the kind of person who wants to keep walking, moving, stretching, and living with vitality long into your later years, subscribe. This space is for you. Not for shortcuts, not for empty promises, but for real, steady, nourishing wisdom, so that every step you take is supported from within. Let's begin. To understand how to stop leg cramps, you first need to understand why they're happening, and why they become more frequent, more intense, and more stubborn after 60. It's not just getting old. It's what aging does to the systems that used to work in the background, quietly, effortlessly, without you even noticing. As you age, your muscle mass naturally declines. This process, called sarcopenia, begins as early as your 40s and accelerates every decade. That means your muscles are not just smaller. They're also more fragile, more easily fatigued, and more prone to spasms. Then there's hydration. Older adults often don't feel thirst as strongly as they used to. And when the body isn't properly hydrated, even a small drop in fluid levels can throw off the delicate balance of electrolytes, minerals like potassium, sodium, calcium, and magnesium. These electrolytes are what allow your muscles to contract and relax smoothly. Without them, your muscles rebel. They tighten, seize, cramp. Add to this the common use of medications in later life, especially diuretics, statins, blood pressure meds, and you've got another reason cramps become more common. Many of these medications deplete essential minerals or affect circulation, quietly setting the stage for those painful spasms. And circulation itself, that changes too. As blood vessels lose elasticity with age, and as plaque builds up in arteries, blood flow to the lower extremities can decrease, and muscles that don't get enough oxygen and nutrients are more likely to cramp, especially during rest, when circulation naturally slows. Finally, there's something even simpler: movement, or lack of it. Long periods of sitting, especially in one position, reduce blood flow and lead to stiffness and cramping. And unfortunately, for many seniors, daily movement becomes more limited over time, not by choice but by fear of falling, lack of support, or just fatigue. So when you put all of that together, reduced muscle mass, lower hydration, electrolyte imbalances, medication side effects, poor circulation, and sedentary habits, it's no wonder leg cramps become more than just a passing annoyance. They become a nightly visitor, a morning obstacle, a constant source of discomfort. But the good news is this: each of these factors can be influenced, supported, strengthened, and it begins with what's on your plate. Because when you feed your muscles the minerals they're missing, when you support circulation through hydration and smart food choices, when you gently restore strength and flexibility through movement, the cramps begin to fade, the nights get quieter, the mornings feel easier, and the fear of pain doesn't follow your every step. This isn't about curing aging, it's about understanding it and working with it. And that starts with the food you choose next. When it comes to leg cramps, few foods are as instantly beneficial or as widely underestimated as the simple banana. This soft, sweet fruit is more than just a convenient snack. It's a potassium powerhouse. And potassium is one of the most important minerals for healthy muscle function. Here's why. Every time a muscle contracts, when you walk, stand, stretch, or even turn over in bed, potassium is involved. It works together with sodium to regulate the electrical impulses that allow your muscles to move smoothly. When potassium is too low, those signals misfire. The muscle can suddenly seize up, cramp, tighten painfully without warning. Bananas also contain magnesium, another critical mineral that helps relax muscles. If potassium is the spark that gets your muscle moving, magnesium is the brake that helps it let go. Without enough magnesium, your muscles stay tense, prone to spasms and twitching. And perhaps most importantly, bananas are hydrating. They contain natural sugars, fiber, and water content that help the body absorb and retain the electrolytes it needs, especially when paired with proper fluid intake. Many seniors experience cramps in the evening or overnight, often after a day of mild dehydration and low mineral intake. A banana in the late afternoon or evening can help restore the potassium levels needed to calm the muscles before bed. Here's how to make bananas work for you. 1 banana a day is often enough, especially when eaten consistently. Try it in the evening, about 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. Pair it with a handful of nuts or a spoonful of yogurt for added magnesium and protein. Use it as a base for a simple smoothie with leafy greens and almond milk, layering in multiple anti-cramp nutrients in one go. Bananas are also incredibly easy to digest, which is especially helpful for seniors dealing with slower digestion or sensitive stomachs. And don't be fooled by their simplicity. You don't need exotic powders or expensive supplements to get relief. You need food your body recognizes, food that delivers the nutrients it's quietly been asking for. So if you've been waking up in the night with sharp cramps, if your legs feel like they're buzzing or pulsing with tension, or if you just want a reliable, delicious way to support your muscle health, start with a banana. Small action, big result. If bananas are nature's emergency muscle soother, then leafy greens are your long-term defense, building the mineral foundation your muscles need to stay calm, coordinated, and strong. Spinach, kale, collard greens, Swiss chard. These aren't just healthy foods in a general sense. They are mineral-dense powerhouses, packed with calcium, magnesium, potassium, and vitamins that support muscle contraction, relaxation, and repair. Let's start with calcium. Most people associate calcium with bones, and yes, it's crucial there. But calcium also plays a vital role in muscle contraction. Every time your muscle fibers need to tighten and then release, calcium is involved in the signal. If your calcium levels are too low, especially in the tissues, not just the bones, your muscles may cramp more easily or stay tense longer than they should. And unlike supplements, leafy greens deliver calcium in a gentle, bioavailable form, often accompanied by magnesium and vitamin K, which help direct calcium where it belongs, into the bones and muscles, not into your arteries. Now, magnesium. We talked about it briefly with bananas, but leafy greens offer a steady supply. Magnesium is a natural muscle relaxer. It helps release muscle tension, reduce nerve overactivity, and calm the nervous system as a whole. Many seniors are unknowingly deficient in magnesium. Why? Because it's lost easily through urine, especially if you take diuretics. And because processed foods, the kind many people rely on for convenience, contain almost none. Leafy greens gently restore what's missing. They also support circulation. Greens contain nitrates that help dilate blood vessels and improve blood flow to the legs and feet, reducing the chance of nighttime cramps and improving endurance during the day. Here's how to make leafy greens a regular part of your life. Cooked greens are easier to digest and still retain most of their nutrients. Try sautéed spinach or steamed kale. Add a handful of greens to your morning smoothie. You won't even taste them. Mix finely chopped greens into soups, stews, omelets, or even pasta sauces. Rotate your greens. Different types offer different mineral profiles. Variety matters. And always add a bit of healthy fat, like olive oil or avocado, to help absorb the fat-soluble vitamins in the leaves. Eating greens isn't about being perfect or making your plate look like a salad bar. It's about building quiet strength from within. The more consistently you eat them, the more your muscles are supported from the inside out. Not just for today's cramp, but for tomorrow's walk, next month's steps, next year's independence. Because strong legs don't begin at the gym, they begin in the kitchen, and leafy greens are one of your most reliable allies. When you think about muscle health, avocados might not be the first food that comes to mind. But they should be, because this creamy green fruit is one of the most nutrient-dense, muscle-supporting foods a senior can eat. Avocados are incredibly rich in potassium, even more than bananas. In fact, one medium avocado contains about twice the potassium of a banana. And as you now know, potassium is essential for muscle function. It balances sodium in your cells, supports nerve signals, and helps your muscles contract and relax without seizing. But avocados don't stop at potassium. They're also a good source of magnesium, which reduces muscle tension, and healthy fats, which make them uniquely powerful. Why do fats matter? Because certain minerals, like magnesium, calcium, and potassium, need to be absorbed efficiently to be effective. And healthy fats help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins that support those minerals, like vitamin K and vitamin D. They also reduce systemic inflammation, a hidden contributor to muscle pain, stiffness, and cramping. Inflammation in aging muscles can slow healing and cause more sensitivity to even light strain. The monounsaturated fats in avocados calm this inflammation naturally, supporting recovery, flexibility, and strength. And here's something else. Avocados are satisfying. They help regulate blood sugar, keep you full longer, and support heart health. All of these indirectly help your muscles by improving overall circulation and reducing stress on the body. How to bring avocados into your daily life. Add slices to your breakfast toast, paired with eggs or greens. Blend half an avocado into a smoothie for creaminess and minerals. Mash it with olive oil and lemon for a quick spread or dip. Mix diced avocado into salads or grain bowls with beans or cooked vegetables. Use it as a side instead of butter or cheese. It provides richness with far more benefits. Avocados are also gentle on digestion, making them a great option for those with sensitive stomachs or dental concerns. And their nutrient profile supports not just muscle health, but brain function, hormone balance, and skin elasticity too. This one food gives you hydration, minerals, anti-inflammatory protection, and fullness, all in one creamy, versatile package. So if you want to nourish your legs and your whole body with something satisfying, grounding, and powerful, reach for an avocado. It may be one of the most complete foods you can eat for muscle support and cramp prevention. You can eat all the right foods, bananas, leafy greens, avocados, but if your body isn't hydrated or able to absorb what you're giving it, those nutrients might never reach your muscles where they're needed most. That's why hydration and nutrient absorption aren't optional. They're the bridge between eating well and feeling well. Let's talk hydration first. Most seniors live in a state of mild dehydration without realizing it. Why? Because the sense of thirst becomes less accurate with age. You may not feel thirsty, but your cells are still craving water. And when hydration drops, everything suffers. your muscles become more prone to cramping. Your electrolytes become unbalanced, your joints stiffen, your energy crashes. Even your digestion slows, making it harder to absorb minerals from food. So how much water is enough? A good rule: half your body weight in ounces per day. If you weigh 150 pounds, aim for at least 75 ounces of water daily, and more if you're on medications that act as diuretics, or if you sweat frequently. But water isn't the only answer. Broths, herbal teas, and water-rich foods like cucumber, melon, and soups all count toward your hydration goals. You can also add a pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon to your water to enhance electrolyte balance naturally. Now let's talk about nutrient absorption. You might be eating the right foods, but is your body actually absorbing the potassium, calcium, magnesium, and healthy fats you're giving it? Absorption happens primarily in the gut, and the health of your gut lining, the diversity of your microbiome, and the presence of digestive enzymes all influence how much nutrition you actually get from food. Here's how to support better absorption. Eat slowly. Chewing thoroughly signals your digestive system to release the enzymes needed for breakdown. Pair nutrients wisely. For example, leafy greens, plus olive oil or avocado improves absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. Include fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, or miso to support healthy gut bacteria. Avoid overuse of antacids or unnecessary antibiotics. They may reduce your ability to break down and absorb minerals. If digestion feels weak, talk to your doctor about digestive enzyme supplements or probiotics. And finally, timing matters. Eating potassium-rich or magnesium-rich foods in the evening, like bananas or spinach, can help prevent nighttime cramps. And spreading mineral intake throughout the day, rather than all at once, supports steadier absorption. Your body is always trying to restore balance. And when you hydrate it well, feed it wisely, and support absorption, it finally has what it needs to relax, to move freely, to sleep through the night, without the shock of sudden pain. Food is only part of the equation, but when paired with hydration and proper digestion, it becomes the medicine your body was always waiting for. Strong legs don't come from what you eat once in a while. They come from what you do every day, not just what you eat, but when and how you eat it. Because the timing, pacing, and consistency of your meals have a direct impact on how well your muscles receive the nutrients they need to stay flexible, strong, and cramp-free. Let's start with morning nutrition. After a night of sleep, your body is naturally low on hydration and electrolytes. This is the perfect time to support your muscles with foods rich in potassium, water, and gentle energy. Start your day with something like a banana and a glass of water with a pinch of sea salt, a smoothie with spinach, avocado, and almond milk, warm oatmeal with flaxseed and a few berries, herbal tea with a slice of fruit on the side. Mornings are about replenishing what was lost overnight and what will carry you into the day with steadiness. Then comes midday, when the body is most active. This is when your largest meal should ideally be eaten. Your digestion is strongest, and your muscles are using more energy as you move about. This is the best time to include a full portion of leafy greens, a healthy fat like avocado or olive oil, and protein, which supports muscle repair and structure. Midday meal idea: grilled chicken or beans over sautéed spinach and quinoa, topped with avocado slices and a drizzle of olive oil. Evening is when the body begins to slow down, but it's also when many leg cramps begin. This is a great time for a light, mineral-rich meal that includes magnesium and potassium to support overnight muscle relaxation. An evening plate might look like a sweet potato and steamed greens, a banana and plain yogurt, lentil soup with a slice of avocado toast, herbal tea, and a small handful of pumpkin seeds, rich in magnesium. And let's not forget hydration rhythm. Spread water and fluids consistently throughout the day. Don't just drink a lot at once. Aim for small sips every hour. Hydration in the afternoon and early evening is key for preventing nighttime cramps. And finally, consistency is everything. You don't need perfection. You don't need complex recipes. You just need rhythm. When your body knows it will receive the right minerals at the right times, in gentle, digestible forms, it relaxes, it strengthens, it begins to trust again, and that's when the cramps stop being a mystery, and your legs start feeling like they belong to you again. Every cramp is a message. Every ache in your legs, every tight muscle, every step that feels harder than it used to, these are not random signs of aging. They're invitations to listen, to nourish, to take action. Because strong legs don't begin with medication. They don't come from ignoring the signals or accepting pain as your new normal. They begin with strong choices. Choices like eating a banana when your body needs potassium. Adding leafy greens to your plate, not because it's trendy, but because your muscles crave calcium and magnesium. Slicing open an avocado and letting its healthy fats and minerals soothe you from the inside out. Drinking water slowly, steadily, like you're giving your body the love it's been asking for. Eating with rhythm, with care, with presence. These aren't big, flashy decisions. They're quiet ones, daily ones. But over time, they do something powerful. They build trust between you and your body again. You begin to move with more confidence, sleep with fewer interruptions, wake up with fewer aches, walk with a sense of ease, knowing that you are supported from within. So if your legs have been speaking through pain, listen, feed them, support them, give them what they need to carry you forward into this next season of life with steadiness and grace. Because it's not too late, not even close. And if this message helped you understand your body more clearly, if it gave you a reason to believe you can walk stronger, live freer, and feel better, share it with someone who needs the same hope. And if you want more grounded, respectful, and life-changing health wisdom like this, subscribe. This space exists to honor your strength, your story, and your desire to keep moving through life with power, peace, and purpose. Thank you for being here. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care of your legs, take care of your body, and take care of yourself. You've still got places to go.